I'm coming to some very interesting conclusions today. Indeed, it seems that Russian intelligence have designated me a maniac. Indeed, I've theorized before that the intelligence services of the Russian Federation and previously the Soviet Union were creating the maniac phenomenon through the programming of paranoid schizophrenics to become maniacs. Indeed, it's interesting that they program me and then designate me a maniac and then deny that they're programming maniacs. This is interesting to me. Indeed, I figured out that the GRU are Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst people. And indeed, the GRU are part of the cartel that is basically incorporating so many interests everywhere that it's basically becoming a global power monolith, almost. It's interesting. I keep trying to avoid the unipolar conspiracy categorization, but the more research I do, the more everything leads back up to this Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst network. It's all very strange. Every time I try to break down my theories and break down everything into factional struggles, I then find clues that lead me back to the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, and these are not clues being planted by intelligence, such as the clues that intelligence plant to make you think that there's a Hebrew conspiracy. This is merely the trajectories of my own research are leading back to an overarching Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst global monolith. So I'm going through the motions. I keep trying to avoid unipolar conspiracy categorization, but then I start linking everything up, and everything begins to make sense again as a unipolar conspiracy. It does seem to be a Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst conspiracy. Now, this is the Nazi intelligence services continuum, but I don't know if Nazi would be the best word to use to describe these networks. Indeed, I'm going to stop using the word Nazi to describe the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst because I believe this term simplifies what they really are. Indeed, I've also been somewhat disturbed to realize that the GRU have a connection to the devices rings. It's something that I had previously surmised, but it does appear to be real. Indeed, it's very interesting how I say that, and then suddenly there are attempts to blur my vision through my webcam. It's very strange that these GRU operatives are monitoring me 24 hours a day. Indeed, certain signs lead me towards the fact that it's British intelligence coordinating my psychotronic targeting and the beams that are affecting me so much. But then, other evidence then leads me back to it being the GRU. Indeed, the factions of British intelligence and the GRU that would be doing this are both Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst factions. So, once again, we're splitting everything down and then bringing it back together as an overarching conspiracy. And indeed, the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst may only be one component of this overarching global syndicate. So it's all a strange matter that is causing me rather a lot of confusion. Indeed, it's very interesting to me that the Russian intelligence services have designated me as a maniac. Indeed, I believe I'm now known in Russian intelligence circles as the Wiltshire Maniac, which I find rather entertaining indeed. I don't mind being termed that because I believe that a lot of the maniacs were patsies and that they were the creations of KGB and GRU intelligence programs during the Cold War, and later the internal Russian intelligence structures and KGB elite networks and GRU networks after the Cold War in the time of the Russian Federation. Indeed, the maniacs were created by the Russian intelligence services as patsies to cover up for ritual murders and the silencing of witnesses by elite Russian intelligence networks and criminal cartels, respectively. So it's all very interesting indeed. It's quite interesting to realize that the GRU have a very strong connection to the Wiltshire Police Headquarters ritual networks and gang rape networks and organ harvesting networks, etc. It's very interesting to realize that even when I was exposing these networks, I was under the mind control influence of the GRU, who I believe wished for me to deflect from their involvement in this ring. Indeed, it's interesting to note that the GRU networks are Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks. Indeed, it seems that the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst control the GRU in the same way that the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst control the Mossad, and in the similar way to the controlling percentages that the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst have over various networks of British intelligence, such as the cohort surrounding Blaise Metrovelli. Indeed, I don't believe the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst control the whole British intelligence structure, but they certainly influence the most important networks in the British intelligence community. So here I am wondering what on earth is going on. So first of all, I was programmed by a network of British intelligence in Grenville Lodge. Then I was programmed by the GRU. Then I was programmed by British intelligence again through neo-Nazi satanic coven conduits. And then I was programmed by Russian military intelligence again. So I guess people should understand that this has been really quite confusing for me, because most of the time I haven't actually known who I am. And various intelligence agencies have been using me as a test subject in an experiment. Indeed, I'm beginning to theorize that I might actually be from another planet, because I don't feel much loyalty towards any nation. Indeed, I do feel loyalty towards certain Anglos. So, mainly mad people and some pretty females. So, I guess that's all I need to feel loyalty towards. Indeed, I was stating in a previous video that I do not understand the British mentality. I don't think it's because I don't understand the British mentality, it's because I just don't understand normal people. Indeed, I'm a seriously messed up human being, and I'm not very good at human interaction, and I don't really understand other people. I certainly don't understand normal society in the same way that normal society persecutes me, because I think the reality is it simply does not understand me. In that same manner, I have a grudge against normal society, and probably because I don't understand it. So I begin to get emotional this evening. It's very interesting. I had been thinking for a long time that the GRU were Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst people. And it turns out that the GRU are Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst people. I'm not sure what they're attempting to achieve through these cosmic experiments. Indeed, they are basically abusing paranoid schizophrenics terribly in these experiments. They are abusing mental patients in the most terrible ways. Indeed, many radiation experiments that were conducted just after the end of the Cold War, various British and American scientists were invited to visit Russian laboratories for the for displays of new weaponry, basically new tests of new mechanisms of technology. And these British and American scientists found that the Russian intelligence services and their technicians were basically just committing outright technological and mind control atrocities on mental patients. Another level of mind control atrocity. Indeed, I believe that I was actually remotely controlled by the Russian intelligence services for quite a while, in the same way that Lee Harvey Oswald was at various points in his life also controlled remotely by Russian intelligence people. But it's interesting to note that these networks of Russian intelligence who are doing this remote controlling are themselves Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst operatives. So it all seems to be part of a wider Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst agenda. Indeed, it seems like the whole of our society is now simply a laboratory for the Nazi psychiatrists and neuroscientists of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. Indeed, I did say I wasn't going to describe these networks as Nazi anymore, but it's basically a good way to describe it. Indeed, it's all very strange. I mean, you have to consider the fact that the GRU are behind many of the rape gang networks in the United Kingdom, in coordination with the British police and various aspects of the British intelligence services. The GRU are behind much of the rape gang phenomenon. Indeed, they are basically funding a lot of the activity as part of hybrid warfare. But this all seems to be part of a wider Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst agenda. It seems a lot of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst agenda at the moment seems to be targeting Anglos. Indeed, this rape gang phenomenon is far worse in the United Kingdom than it is in the other European countries. So it's all very interesting. Yeah, they're doing it again. They're putting something through my webcam, which is like beamed into my eyes and into my brain, which is causing me absolute chaos in my mind. And is now making me very dizzy. So it's very strange that I seem to be a targeted individual of the GRU. Perhaps it wasn't British intelligence operating the beams. That is a very strange realization to come to. That is a very strange realization to come to indeed. Seems that the Russian security services designated me a target, which would be the FSB networks, most probably because of things I'd been saying about Putin. And indeed, obviously, someone sees me as a threat, which is why they are using this beam technology on me. Indeed, I also believe I caused Russia some embarrassment with my behavior. So I guess they have reason for wanting to take revenge on me, indeed. It's all very interesting to consider the amount of effort people are putting into beaming microwave radiation weaponry at a psychotic schizophrenic, maniac, lunatic. Indeed, it's very interesting that the security services of a foreign power are scared of me for some reason. It's very interesting. But this isn't to blame Russian intelligence for everything. Indeed, British intelligence still have been perpetrators of much of the activities against me, including mind control programming and harassment and incarceration in psychiatric facilities. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting to come to all of these realizations about the GRU. And I'm going to have to rethink some other things that I've said over the course of these videos. Indeed, I'm going to leave it there now. Ta-ta.